Hey guys, and welcome back to Lumberj's Lounge. This is the Baron72, and I'm here with a quick guide on the Tormented Demons that just came out with While Gothic Sleeps. This is going to be a quick guide for either a refresher for you on how to kill these things if you later on want to come back here, or if you're for the first time trying to farm these things for its synapses or bone claws, things like that. Just to give you a quick guide on how to do things. It's not going to be a full in-depth guide on how to get here and anything like that. So if you're looking for that, go check a guide on While Gothic Sleeps, and let's get into it. So before we jump into actually how to kill them, the main things that are required are two different types of combat styles. I like to go with melee and ranged, but it really could be anything. It does not really matter. It just matters that we have at least two different styles. So first off, we're going to come over here and look at my setup. I have a Greater Demon's Task, so I have my Slayer helmet, but that could be replaced with the helmet It's Not and my Crystal Helm. I have a Bofa, so that's why I use Crystal Armor. This is my melee setup right here on the right if you want to take a look. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but I like it for how chill these monsters can be once you get used to them. You can also bring a spec weapon like Dragon Claws or the new Bone Claws, things like that. But I just like using the arc light because it keeps things simple. Then here's my range switch right here. This is what I use to use for my ranged. When I first started doing this, I used Mage because I have a shadow and things like that, and was really enjoying it that way. But realized I was using a lot of charges in my shadow and didn't want to upkeep that, so that's why I used the Bofa. But really, magic and ranged, it doesn't matter which one you go with. I just like having the melee because the arc light does shred, and then the ember light that just came out with these guys' drops is freaking awesome. I haven't got to use it, but I've seen videos and stuff of people doing it, so if you can get your hands on one of those, that's amazing. Just for a quick side note, for the ranged weapon, the best one is the upgraded Demon Bane weapon that comes from these guys, so just putting that out there. On the screen now, as you can see, is the wiki's recommended list for each style, melee, mage, and range. So just follow that with whatever you got for your best in slot that you have in your bank, and it'll work out perfectly fine. So that's just where I'm at. You don't have to have high-end gear to do these tormented demons, but it does speed up kills quite a bit. So there we at. Before we jump into an actual kill, the first main problem is finding an open tormented demon. Right now you can see there's one's open right there. I'd probably jump in. He's actually attacking somebody now. There's usually two that spawn here. Tormented demons can be down any of these chutes. There's a lot that spawn back here. I don't like going back here because of how many there are, and I usually hang out right here because there's usually one or two people, or one person usually attacking, and then there's usually an open tormented demon there. So that's what I normally do. My other favorite spot is right over here. When you go over here, you can see two different spaces. Usually you can see kind of this side. You can see kind of the projectiles there. Those projectiles are telling me there's somebody there, and over here you can easily see the prayers. So I look out for those two things, and if they're both taken, I usually go into my world switcher and switch worlds. Once you find a spot is when you can start killing them, and yeah. Okay, so I found a world. Here's my tormented demon that I'm going to go after. He's praying mage, so I can attack melee or ranged. You don't know what his first attack's going to be, but so you have a 33% chance. I usually pray the same thing that he's praying just to keep things simple. And then after the first attack, you change to what he wants, what he's doing. I like to start out with melee so that I can get my specs out like this. He's doing melee. You see that wide slash that he did there. And you just let the arc light do its work. You gotta watch his prayer. Now he's praying melee, so I gotta switch to ranged. Just like that. And then when he switches styles, his attack styles, he's gonna cast a binding or entangle spell on us, and you're gonna hear it. So keep an ear out for that. Now he's praying range, so I need to go back to melee. Now we run away. Okay, he was attacking melee, so you're either going to play ranged or mage. You don't know which one he's going to do, But just pray one or the other, and hopefully it's the right one. You can see this kind of like thunderbolt that he's throwing. That's a ranged attack. So I guessed right. Out of the 50-50, I got right. Don't take any damage. Now he's praying melee. Got to switch to ranged. Here we go. Bam. Got to listen for that entangle spell. It might not happen through this kill. Watch the prayer, and that's about it. No, there's the entangle spell. I got hit because I ran in the same direction. Now, if you saw that really quickly, and you could go back, when I'm walking away during that entangle spell, he started walking towards me, so we know that is a ranged attack. If he would have stayed, or he would have walked away, then we would know it was the opposite of what we were praying. I think we were praying range, so it would have been a mage attack. Okay, I'm gonna do one more kill. He's attacking with mage because of those fireballs. We're just stabbing away. Fill up my prayer. Just waiting for that to turn into a melee sign. Now we're going to ranged. Waiting for that entangle sound. Range now. You hear that entangle sound. He's walking towards us, so we know that's melee. So we're going to change to melee and then switch to our melee. And just keep hacking away. If he would have stayed there, he would have been attacking ranged. Sometimes they move kind of towards you and like move away from you. If they ever move away from you, they're doing the opposite one. So I was praying mage. If he would have stayed there or moved away a little bit, I know it's going to be a ranged attack. If he moves towards you, you know it's going to be a melee. Right now I'm attacking with just melee because I'm explaining things and not paying attention. Here's another entangle. I'm going to walk down here. It's a 50-50 guess on what it's going to be. I guessed right. It was ranged. It could have been easily mage. But yeah, that's Tormented Demon kills. I'm gonna go over here so we don't have to start another attack. That Smoldering Gland's kind of cool because it recharges my prayer, which I'll be doing after this video. But that's the basics of it. You attack with one style. If it starts praying against that style, attack with the other style. Once you hear that entangle spell happen, walk away. Try not to get hit by the fireballs. Sometimes you're gonna hit because it just happens, and that's okay. But if he walks towards you, you know it's going to be a melee attack. And if he stays there, it's going to be the opposite projectile attack, whether that's a mage or a ranged. If he was already attacking melee, it's a 50-50 guess on what he's going to do, either mage or ranged. So just take a guess. And if it's not that, you're going to get hit with one attack, switch to the other thing, and you shouldn't lose that much health. I lost like 30-40 health just because I was trying to explain during it, but most of the time I run out of prayer before I run out of food. So once you get good enough at this, you'll be able to have long trips here. I expect to be here for 15-20 kills. So yeah, let me know if you think this was helpful. If there's anything I missed, please let me know. I'm still learning on all this too, just trying to be helpful out there. So have a good one. Thank you for watching, and deuces.